G'day. Certain persons are saying that the holy day called Easter has a pagan origin to it. Some say that it is still a pagan holy day, even though Catholics and certain other groups claim to celebrate Christ's resurrection on the day of Easter. And so it might be good to look at this issue. It seems from my research that the English-speaking people had a pagan holiday of Easter, which occurred in the early spring, and it corresponds to the German holiday Oster. The word Oster and Easter are related words, so these were seem to be pagan holidays that occurred at that time in the year, and at some point the English and the Germans were exposed to Christianity, or to the Catholic Church, which had the holy day celebrating Christ's resurrection. And the Catholic holy day was at the same time of year as these pagan holidays of Easter and Oster, and so the English speakers and German speakers gave these pagan names to the Catholic holy day because of the time of the year in which it occurred. And from what I looked at, it seems that English speakers and German speakers were just about the only people that gave these paganish type names to the Catholic holy day. So it's worth noting that most people around the world would not be using paganish names when referring to the Catholic holy day that celebrates Christ's resurrection. Now, it seems that about 200 years after Christ's ascension, the Catholic Church decided to create the holy day specifically celebrating Christ's resurrection, and would occur approximately once every year, although it's not exactly once every year, it varies a bit. And they came up with different names of it in different languages. And in many European languages, including Latin and Greek, the name of that holiday is based on the Aramaic word, which we would spell as P-A-S-C-H-A, I think it would be Pascha, which meant Passover. And this was an allusion to Christ being the Passover lamb. And so that word came into a lot of the Latin languages, Greek languages, these languages of Europe, where it would be Pascha, or as it became in other ones like Pasqua, or Pasch, depending on which language it was, but all based on the Aramaic word for Passover. We even have this in English, where we have the term Paschal, Holy Day, or Paschal. Could mean dealing with Passover in a Jewish sense, or it could mean dealing with the Christ's resurrection, because he was tied in with Passover. And also there are some other European languages where they use words like that mean resurrection as a way to as the name for the Catholic holy day. And as I said, it seems that English and German were the major exceptions where they gave these paganish names to the Catholic holy day based on that time period. And I've looked at some research dealing with the old calendars that the English and the Germans had. It looks like in English and probably German also, the name for the fourth month of the January, February, March. Yeah, the name for the fourth month of the year was a form of the word Easter. Basically, that was the name of the month, and probably was based on this pagan holiday at that time. So then when they were exposed to Christianity, they gave that name to the Christian holy day that occurred at that same time. Anyway, that word Easter was eventually replaced by the Latin-derived word April, and so no more Easter as the name of the month, but it survived on with the name of the holiday that occurs right around the period of April, around the beginning of spring, actually around March 21st or what, right around that period, which would be Easter month in the Old English calendar. And the German calendar had the same kind of thing. but we no longer call it Easter when referring to the month in the year. They took the word April from the Latin base. So even today, sometimes I don't like the word Easter being used for the Catholic holy day because I'm familiar with the paganish origins of the word Easter. It does not mean that the Catholic holy day has a pagan origin, but English speakers and German speakers did give paganish names or non-biblical names to the holy day, and so I can see why certain people would think that the holy day is based on paganism. I can see, because you can even look it up in various dictionaries and encyclopedias. Look up the origin of the word Easter and find out that it has a pagan origin. And then from there on, a person could think that the Catholic holy day and Protestant holy day as well, for most Protestants, they could think that that holy day was based on paganism, when really it was just the name of the holy day, which was based on paganism because of being at the same time of year. And I normally would call it the Paschal holy day, or Pascha, based on the Aramaic words for Passover. But I know that most people wouldn't know those terms much, and so I'm kind of forced to use the term Easter when referring to that holy day. Also, there's some paganish customs from that time of the year, and some of these have survived right along with the Catholic holy day. So you have the Easter bunnies, which almost certainly had a pagan origin, and the eggs, the Easter eggs, Easter bunnies, maybe even those cream-filled peeps that people buy at convenience stores. Yeah, a lot of that stuff on the jelly beans probably have pagan origins. That's not really the holy day itself. It's not what is being celebrated. That's just stuff that is being kept right alongside. And some of those can be more of distractions from the Christian holy day. People can get into those things instead of the holy day. And so some of that maybe should be diminished, but none of this means that the Christian holy day should be reduced or regarded as a pagan holy day. I would prefer to remove the word Easter and the German word Oster, because those words can lead people to think that the holy day has a pagan origin. And interesting about that word Easter and the German word Oster, said they might be related to the word Ishtar and Astarte and Astaroth, which are in the Bible and are mentioned as pagan gods or pagan goddesses. I think they were maybe goddesses, and things that pagans would worship, and that was harshly condemned. And so this could really can make it look bad if somebody's using the word Easter. And now, because of the modern internet and educational levels, a lot of people are able to read about these ancient pagan things, and then they see that Catholics and some Protestants have these traits using these words, and it gives people the impression that these churches are doing paganish things, and that can cause a bad situation there. And I don't know what you do with these traditions of the Peter Cottontail, Easter Bunny. A lot of that stuff is just kid stuff, but I could see how it could cause someone to think that the church is celebrating these entities and think that it's a paganish thing. Peter Cottontail, I think, was a recent variation of the Easter Bunny, but probably all goes back to the same pagan symbol of the rabbit being a symbol of fertility. And it has nothing to do with the Christian holy day, but it has survived in tradition, and because a lot of these things have artistic value too. They can actually be pleasant to the eye, these kinds of statues and things like that, but it's not part of the holy day itself. Bye.